So today's subject is commercial real estate. We have two questions, why and how. We also can have one more question, when, but as of now we'll stick to why and how. So whenever you start your real estate career, we start our career as a real estate agent, but we don't think, okay, should we start the real estate career as a real estate residential agent or commercial agent. So there are much difference between residential agent and commercial agent. So today we will see some points which differentiate residential and commercial agent. Though lot of things will be common, like how to approach client, how to generate lead, but still there will be some distinctions which we like to discuss. So commercial real estate brokerage is something we can be very passionate about as an agent. There are so many opportunities to work on and convert if we are a good agent or broker. The property market is changing constantly, as you have seen in last 4-5 years, because of political scenario and lot many other things. Economy was down, etc. And when the property market is changing constantly, you can use this change to convert more listings and commissions. If you watch what your market indicators are doing now and how they are heading, what is the current trend? So in this slide, if you want to start as a commercial agent, what do you need? You know, a year's income in reserves is a good rule. It is said that if you have a year income in reserve, what you are thinking that this will be my 1 year income. If it you have in reserve, then it's a good rule to start your career as a commercial real estate agent or any real estate agent. But in commercial real estate, this rule is applied more, because unlike residential real estate, commercial real estate agent cannot count on a fast start by working with friends and relatives. Our circle of influence cannot help us much the way they can in residential real estate. They are not buying or leasing offices or retail space normally, right? Because our real estate, our circle of influence, if at all requires anything, they would need flat, apartment, a plot to invest or something like that, or sometimes a small shop. But if you want to earn big mullah, then they are not buying or leasing that much offices or retail space normally. So trying to learn a new profession isn't enhanced by stress about making next month bill. So if you always in a worry, okay, how I will pay my next month's fees, office fees, petrol bills, home bills, etc. And if you keep worrying, then that stress is not going to help you unless your current sphere of influence is made up mostly of business people. It is likely that you start in commercial real estate will be a gradual one. So be prepared. The experience you get in real estate, residential real estate, will not provide a great deal of help in commercial area. Everything from the client through the property types to the contracts and documents are very different. So if you have enough money in reserve, you have enough properties or enough leads are in reserve, the faster you get your feet wet in commercial, the better. If your goal is to be a commercial real estate agent or broker, experience will be gained much faster in a full-time position in a commercial brokerage. Again, unlike real estate in residential, the typical client is not as emotionally involved in the process. They are not as emotionally involved. Like when the house is to be, a home is to be purchased, a plot is to be purchased, a bungalow is to be purchased, there are a lot of emotions attached to it. Your family comes to see it, your in-laws comes to see it. But when it is a commercial property involved, emotions are not involved in that process. So you cannot make a living just showing property until the client goes, yeah, I love it, this is the one. You will likely be dealing with a business person who will be much more analytical and want a great deal more due diligence from you with whom they choose to work. Suppose if you have chosen to work with you, he would want you, a great real estate professional, you are having a due diligence for that work which you are doing. So you cannot be the immediate satisfaction and work in commercial real estate. While many home purchases can happen within weeks from the first home shown to closing, it happens in real estate, residential real estate, that it takes few weeks only. The commercial process is much longer than those in most of the cases. When someone is in emergency and he wants to buy a shop, a small shop or something like that, then it will not take much time. But overall, commercial process is much longer in most cases than real estate, residential real estate. Be sure that you will be able to work with client for months with a great deal of research and property analysis before an offer is even considered. Then after the offer, the process of due diligence is much more involved in commercial property transfer. So here, what it said, a commercial real estate can be quite lucrative if it is your cup of tea. So this sentence significantly says, okay, it should be your cup of tea. You should be knowing everything in commercial real estate. If you are not fit for commercial real estate and then you have jumped into it, you will not find it lucrative. Commercial real estate agent is one who is willing to work hard, the one who is quite aggressive, and above all, it is intelligent and very competent in the special skills required for this niche. So residential real estate skill and commercial real estate skills are much more different. They are not alike. There are few professionals that are financially rewarding, but one must be prepared for the delay until the first commission and the time between deals. Many would tell you that this is much more difficult niche than residential real estate. You cannot rely nearly as much as on property selling itself by hitting an emotional chord with the prospect. You can do it in residential real estate, but here in commercial real estate, emotions have no place. You will be called upon to participate in a great deal of analysis of data and financial information. Your client will be more into the negotiation process and require more of you in the skills that will get them the best deal. So what are the skills required to be commercial real estate agent and how to grow these skills? We discussed the commercial real estate is these are the problems, you would need all these things. So what are the skills required? There are so many skills, but we would confine to some 4 or 5 skills required as of now, and how to grow those skills. So as it suggests, the name itself, commercial real estate. So it is not real estate, it is commercial real estate. So it has a specialization, commercial real estate. So these clients that we serve, commercial real estate client, they require agents that understand the local area and the property type. If you look at the top agents in your market, you will soon see that they specialize in something and are known for doing so. Usually it is a property type. The clients are attracted to those top agents because they want to work with the best of the best. How do you rank in this assessment? Where are you right now? Are you the one whom any client would want to work? Are you the one who would say, yes, I want to work with this X agent because he is so much diligent, so much intelligent, and has all the aspects required for a good commercial real estate agent. He would find me good property, he would get me due diligence, and he would not let me down for my required. Are you the one? If not, then try to get that specialization in as a commercial real estate agent. This is everywhere, referral business and repeat business. If you are getting a constant referral business and a repeat business from those clients, you would need less effort to generate leads. So how this can be done? So from one successful sale or lease transaction, you can always find the seeds of another opportunity. Ask the question to the right people to find those new leads and business opportunity. Reward and income. So it is well known that the commission that you can achieve from a quality property sale or lease are generous. That being said, commissions are the reward for a job well done. You don't get commissions easily. Improve your quality of services and property specialization, the commissions will then be easier to achieve. So if you are in a commercial real estate, you need to understand what all specialization you need, what all qualities you need to purchase, what all other details, like if it is a lease, then what all documents will be required, if it is a sale, then what all documents will be required, when we have to do what, you need to understand everything. Yeah, we are all here only. So get to know the property activity and opportunity in defined area. Don't spread yourself much. Don't spread yourself too wide in the market. So concentrate on a region or an area where there are properties that generate sales and leasing churn. There are a lot of leasing take place. It calls churning. Today it is with someone, the property is with someone. After some time it goes to someone else. So you need to find out those churning properties. While you may have plenty of competitors locally, most of them will be a bit ordinary when it comes to professional property services and market coverage. You all agree? So seek to improve your relevance as an agent or broker locally. In your local market, you should improve yourself as a relevant agent or in a broker locally. Show the market why you are the best agent to help with any property challenges. You can do things here with these facts of the property market today. Are you up to this challenge? So you need to formulate a system to work to every day that can help you grow your skills as commercial real estate agent. We have listed down some points that determine your success as commercial real estate broker. So what are those? See, as and when you start your real estate agent, right, and approach any office or your own office or something like that, what will happen Those of you looking to break into commercial real estate brokerage, which is a career very much so able to be networked and broken into, you have a number of key factors to keep in mind that will determine, among all other things, like your career path, your income levels, your ability to make it as a broker, and how much you actually enjoy your job. So there are few elements which are essential to your individual success, and although you cannot truly change one of them, the other three should be in the forefront of your mind as you go for your real estate, commercial real estate broking business. So what are those? Number one, your company. The importance of working for a reputable company in commercial real estate, especially in brokerage, cannot be stressed enough. Your company name will open more doors and get more emails replied to that your name ever could. So when it clearly says you should stick to a brand or a sub company which is famous. So like you are with Remax. So when you send your email at xyzagent@gmail.com and xyzagent@remax.in, who will get more reply? Remax is known international entity, and with that comes the security and success stories that clients are looking for. They are not just looking for what are inventories with you, but they would also want to know your success story, with whom you have worked before and what solution you have provided. Suppose X office has provided solution of office IT infrastructure from Japanese company. Some offices have provided bulk apartment on rent. Then they know what is your strength. So Remax is known international entity. Your company further down on the list nationally and internationally can still do much better than expected in specific market based on strength of those working for them. So if you are working for some local company and if you want to get work done in some international company, then you should imagine which company will help you much. So your company is number one point to be. Then your market. So just hold on. So the market you are operating is also very much important. In which market you are operating? Is it a local market? Is it a saturated market? So you have to decide what market you are working on and your specialization. So whenever you have specialization as a commercial real estate agent, what specialization you possess even in your commercial real estate? Are you known for leasing? Are you known for selling offices, or what? So if you are concentrating on some sort of specialization and develop that skill, then it will be much more beneficial to you than you work generally in all fields. Now this is this is called personality. Now this is like, it is intangible. You cannot really fix this one. The personality you have will be the personality you will have ever. And although you can work on self-improvement, there are simply types of people that succeed in this industry and types that don't. It is not about the hard sales. So there are a number of different approaches and personality styles, but successful brokers are personable and driven to a fault. You need to be that guy or that girl Otherwise, you will doom to troll in mediocrity or worse. In commercial real estate brokerage, fit determines everything. You have to fit the industry, fit your company, fit your team, fit the lifestyle, and fit your specialization. Do you have what it takes? It's not over. So, as the industry matures, what happens, more and more people are specializing in specific type of product. Major specialization include office, industrial and retail. Within these three, some markets can afford to specialize further and break people and teams down into like tenant representative, agency and landlord representative, and additional specialization like investment sales, selling instead of leasing. A property required more financial knowledge, and probably it sets you up better for exit opportunity if brokerage is not your long-term goal. So in some markets even we have further specialization such as hotels, resorts or corporate solution, which is lot like management consulting but with a real estate focus. So your specialization obviously determines what types of property you represent, but it also determines the people you interact with, the environment you will be in, and what sort of knowledge you need to acquire during that process. So many people will say that the specialization chooses you as much as you choose it. So looking around your firm, you can definitely see it. So look into your firm and find out this. So everyone fits with the paths they have chosen or been assigned to. Looks like. So in commercial real estate agencies today, if we sum up, the marketing process which you adopt to should be specific to the property type, the location and your relevant skills and knowledge. When you are crystal clear in sending all these three messages, which one? You should be specific to the property type, the location and your relevant skills and knowledge. It is a lot easier for you as a commercial real estate agent when it comes to winning listings. So for the commercial real estate agent, the marketing process is kind of visual. It's kind of visual. This means to say that you should have a significant choice of visual material to use as a part of client connection. What happens if whenever you meet someone, they don't know everything about you. So bear it in mind that you must also carry with you some samples of other listed properties, completed transactions and marketing alternatives. The client may or may not know much about your company or about you. So on the basis you will need to show them your records that can apply to the property type and your town or your city. So the client you have worked through some real challenges that apply to this property type, the property for which you are going to meet that client. So do your homework. And telling your client that you will advertise the property in the local newspaper and this and that will not help you to win that listing. Tell them exactly how you will promote the property directly to the correct target audience. Help them see that you will be involved in the direct marketing process and you will not be relying on standard generic promotion alternative. So if you all will do this, if you all follow all these simple things, then the commercial real estate is not tough for anyone. What we will do, we have bifurcated this commercial real estate series in 2 or 3 parts. We are not covering everything today, but next week we will cover mistakes that real estate agents do, some mistakes that real estate agents do, and they end up losing their real estate career, and how to market, how do you do real estate marketing in commercial, and what are the promotion ideas that a commercial real estate agent require. So thank you very much. Today it was a little smaller presentation. It was I hope you are able to hear it throughout. If you have any questions, please ask me or send us an email or mgm@remax.in and we will reply that. If any of you want any kind of specific training, you want to cover us, that this type of training should be covered, then you should let us know. And more importantly, on this Friday, there is a photography session in Udgam School auditorium. A lot of people have not sent their registration. Guys, believe me, this is a very good session of 3-hour session, 1 hour theory and 2 hour practical. And the offices which generally sends more registration every time haven't sent more registration yet. I can see them sitting here. So please send your registration, make the hall full, and understand how you were making mistakes while taking photographs. And once you attend this session, your photography will improve, not just for taking property photos, but other photos which can impress others, like when you go to picnic, when you meet your friends, and when you take good photographs. Believe me, they will be impressed. So for a multiple reason, you all should attend this. Talk to Urvashi today and do your registration. Thank you very much.